It's gone out. Listen to the noise, the ovation in the very place where she made her breakthrough last season. Eala takes another step to recreating her heroics from 12 months ago. The Filipino superstar is again into the round of 16 in Miami, disposing of Magdalena in straight sets, 6-3, 7-6.
A rising Filipina star has just taken down the very player who shocked the tennis world by ending Iga Swiatek's Miami Open run. And now Eala is charging into the fourth round with fans finally waking up to her presence. Because at this point it is no longer a debate about whether she deserves to be here. The real conversation is how deep she can push this run. So how far do you think Eala will go at this year's Miami Open? Drop your prediction in the comments right now. Because what just unfolded in Miami is turning heads everywhere. Iga Swiatek, a six-time Grand Slam champion, reigning Wimbledon title holder, and one of the most dominant players of her era, entered the tournament as the second seed, but was stunned in the second round by fellow Polish player Magdalena, who is ranked 50th in the world, with a final score of 1-6, 7-5, 6-3 in one of the season's biggest early upsets.
The first set to Eala, grandstand explodes as those loud Filipino fans celebrate long and hard.
And that is the same opponent Eala has just defeated to secure her spot in the fourth round. So take a moment and let that truly sink in. The first set wraps up and the grandstand erupts as passionate Filipino fans celebrate every point with energy, because a 20-year-old Filipina, ranked 29 in the world, has just taken apart the same opponent who knocked Iga Swiatek out of the tournament. And she did not simply edge it out. She battled back after dropping the opening set, went toe-to-toe through a tense second set tiebreak, and finished it off 6-3, 7-6 with poise, precision, and confidence when it mattered most. Yet, somehow the surprise still lingers among casual viewers. But here is what many are still overlooking about Eala. This is not a lucky streak. This is not a one-week Cinderella surge. This is a player who has been steadily crafting one of the most consistent seasons on tour. And Miami is just the latest confirmation that she belongs exactly where she is. Because this time last year, she was ranked 140 in the world. And now she stands firmly at number 29. Which is not chance, not an easy draw, but the result of constant work, steady improvement, and winning at every level she has faced, and now focusing on the Lynette match itself because it deserves more than just a headline. The opening set told a clear story as Eala stepped in sharp, struck clean ground strokes from both wings, punished Lynette's second serve with aggressive returns, secured the first break, and moved ahead 5-3, looking completely settled and in command of her strategy.
So clever again. Really nice touch.
Yeah, looks a little bit more confident now to me, a little bit more composed.
Yes, once again.
One of them can't bear to watch.
The second set is where everything truly shifted into high gear, as Eala came out strong with an immediate break to lead 2-0 before Magdalena answered back to make it 2-1. But Eala stayed sharp and creative by mixing in drop shots, sharp angles, and smart net play to keep Lynette guessing while building a 3-1 lead that again looked firmly in her control. Yet Lynette responded the way she always does by digging in and fighting through pressure, just like she did against Iga Swiatek, leveling the score at 3-all before pushing ahead 4-3, and then 5-4. But Eala refused to fade, as she held steady to make it 5-all. Lynette held for 6-5, and then Eala responded with a confident love hold to force a 6-all tiebreak. And this is the exact moment where matches are decided. When fatigue sets in, the crowd gets loud, and every single point carries weight. But instead of tightening up, Eala elevated her game and dominated the tiebreak, 7-2 with complete authority. not scraping by, not relying on luck, but delivering when it mattered most. And after the match, she kept it simple yet revealing by saying she told herself to stay brave and commit to her shots because she could not control Lynette's level, only her own decisions. And that mindset made all the difference. That is not a young player still searching for answers. That is a 20-year-old who already understands one of the toughest truths in professional sports, that the only thing you can truly control is yourself. And looking back one round makes it even clearer because the match against Laura Siegemund deserves real attention, as she is a seasoned veteran who knows exactly how to disrupt rhythm and turn matches into uncomfortable battles. And Eala had 4 set points in the opening set, but could not convert as Siegemund snatched the tiebreak 8-6. A moment where many young players would fall apart under pressure with expectations rising and the crowd locked in. But Eala stayed composed, reset mentally, and came back to win the second set 6-3, and the third set 6-3 after 3 hours and 20 minutes of intense tennis, holding her nerve from start to finish despite the early setback. And what she said afterward revealed everything, as she explained that even after losing the first set, she felt good about her level and knew she was still in control of her performance because the real work had already been done before the tournament. Yet she still had the hunger to compete and win. And that balance between trusting the process and maintaining competitive fire is exactly what defines top players on tour, which makes it even more impressive considering she is only 20 years old. And Tennis Channel analyst Prakash Amritraj highlighted this perfectly by saying it is not about where a player comes from but about character and how people connect with them, noting how relatable and composed Eala is despite the spotlight, and recalling how, during an interview in Miami last year, she spoke about the importance of her family and faith, which resonated deeply in a sport that can often feel isolating at the highest level. And the growing support around her in Miami proves that impact, as fans are traveling from places like New York City just to watch her compete, while Filipino supporters line up after practice sessions hoping for autographs and moments to celebrate her rising journey. A fan even brought a stuffed penguin for her to sign and then started singing to her in the stands. And that kind of moment goes far beyond normal tournament energy because it shows something deeper building around her, something she herself acknowledged after the Siegemund match when she smiled and said Filipinos seem to be everywhere, recalling how at the Australian Open she was genuinely surprised to see long lines forming outside her court even during qualifying, as if she was already a headline act. And that level of support does not come from skill alone, but from a real connection people feel with who she is, something Eala has developed in a way very few players at her. She is excited after watching Machova in a final a couple of years ago and feeling impressed by her level, calling this matchup both a privilege and a serious test, which reflects the right mindset, as she is neither overconfident nor intimidated, but fully aware and ready to compete. And what makes this battle so intriguing is Machova's unorthodox style with unpredictable angles and creative net play that can disrupt rhythm and throw off players who depend on steady patterns, meaning if Eala sticks to passive baseline exchanges, she could be pushed out of her comfort zone. But if she brings the same aggression she showed against Magda Linette by attacking returns, mixing in drop shots, and trusting her shots in key moments instead of playing safe, then this is absolutely a match she can win because she has already proven this season that she can handle pressure, fight back from a set down, and dominate crucial tiebreaks when everything is on the line. Everything she needs for this next round she has already put on display in Miami over the past week. And what this run is showing goes far beyond just her tennis ability because it highlights how much she has grown mentally as well, something she summed up perfectly in her post-match press conference when she said she has matured a lot over the past year and has been placed in high-pressure situations that she is now grateful for, understanding that the full process, including the losses, is part of building something bigger. And when you look at the numbers, it tells the same story, as she was ranked 140 in the world just a year ago and now sits at 29 and still climbing already into the 4th round of a WTA 1000 event, which stands among the most competitive tournaments in the sport. And she earned that spot by defeating a player who had just taken out one of the very best in the world, meaning nothing has been handed to her, and every step has been fought for and deserved. And there is also a moment worth revisiting, involving Rafael Nadal, that perfectly captures the kind of impact she began making last year in Miami when her phone was flooded with notifications and she unknowingly left a message from Nadal unopened for 4 days before realizing and quickly apologizing. A situation she later joked nearly gave her a heart attack, and moments like that only happen when a player is truly breaking through on a big stage, which was last year. And now this season she has returned stronger, ranked higher, and already pushing deeper into the tournament than most people ever expected. Peggy Go even appeared in her box during the Laura Siegemund match after Eala mentioned her on social media.